is not meant to end in death, but is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. He remains where he is for 2 days, then tells his disciples, "Let us go into Judea again." They protest. "Rabbi, just lately the Judeans were seeking to stone you, and are you going there again?" John 11. 4, 7, 8. Jesus responds, "There are 12 hours of daylight, are there not? If anyone walks in daylight, he does not stumble into anything, because he sees the light of this world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light teaching in Perea on the way to Judea." Luke 17. 1-10 John 11. 1-16, 210 is not in him. John 11. 9, 10 He apparently means that the time God has allotted for Jesus' ministry is not yet completed. Until it is, Jesus needs to use to the full the short time left for him. Jesus adds, "Lazarus our friend has fallen asleep, but I am traveling there to awaken him." Evidently thinking that Lazarus is simply resting and that he will recover, the disciples say, "Lord, if he is sleeping, he will get well." Jesus tells them outspokenly, "Lazarus has died. But let us go to him." John 11. 11-15. Aware that Jesus could be killed in Judea, yet desiring to support him, Thomas urges his fellow disciples, "Let us also go, so that we may die with him." John 11. 16. Seriousness of stumbling. Forgive and show faith. Where has Jesus been preaching? What teachings does Jesus repeat, and what situation does he use to illustrate his point about humility? Jesus receives what news, and why does Thomas mention dying with Jesus? 89, 211. Coming from Perea, Jesus arrives at the outskirts of Bethany, a village about 2 miles east of Jerusalem. Mary and Martha, the sisters of Lazarus, are mourning his recent death. Many have come to console them. Then someone tells Martha that Jesus is approaching, and she hurries to meet him. Martha tells Jesus what she and her sister have likely been thinking for 4 days. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." However, it is not that she has no hope. "I know that whatever you ask God for, God will give you," Martha says. John 11. 21, 22 She feels that Jesus might yet help her brother. Jesus responds, "Your brother will rise." Martha concludes that he is referring to a future resurrection on earth, the hope that Abraham and others had. And she expresses her belief that it will surely occur. "I know he will rise in the resurrection on the last day." John 11. 23, 24. Yet, could it be that Jesus can provide immediate relief in this case? He reminds Martha that he has God-given power over death, saying, "The one who exercises faith in me, even though he dies, will come to life. And everyone who is living and exercises faith in me will never die at all." John 11. 25, 26. Jesus is not suggesting that his disciples then alive will never die. Even he must die, as he has told his apostles. Matthew 16. 21. 17. 22, 23 Jesus is stressing that exercising faith in him can lead to everlasting life. For many, such life will be gained through a resurrection. However, faithful ones alive at the end of this system may never have to die at all. In either case, everyone who exercises faith in him can be sure of never facing permanent death. But can Jesus, who just said, "I am the resurrection and the life," help Lazarus, now dead for days? Jesus asks Martha, "Do you believe this?" She answers, "Yes, Lord, I have believed that you are the Christ, the Son of God, the one coming into the world." With faith that Jesus can do something that very day, Martha hurries home and tells her sister privately, "The teacher is here and is calling you." John 11. 25-28 At that, Mary leaves the house, soon to be followed by others, who assume that she is going to Lazarus' tomb. Instead, Mary goes to Jesus, falls at his feet weeping, and repeats the sentiments her sister expressed. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.